My name is Heather Anderson, and I started my YouTube channel recently for the same reason I started my blog 6 years ago, which is to help women look and feel amazing, because I believe when you look good and you feel good, then you're going to exude confidence, and let's face it, confidence will get you everywhere. So please listen to this entire video. I'm going to be talking about 9 beauty tips sure to make you look younger. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So I'm going to take you through my makeup routine, and as I'm going through, I'm going to be sharing 9 beauty secrets to help you look younger. So beauty secret number 1 to help you look younger is to always moisturize before you put on your makeup. So I literally have nothing on my face. I just washed it, but I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream to moisturize my face. So I'm just gonna slather it all over. And the reason this is gonna make you look younger is because I feel like as we age, our skin gets really dry. So if you moisturize your skin, it's going to help your skin look glowy and dewy, which is always very youthful. And just remember, I'm going to be linking all of these products in my description box below, as well as in the corresponding blog post. I'll put that link below as well. Okay, beauty secret number 2 to help you look younger is always use sunscreen. I always love to use this Supergoop mineral sunscreen because it's not too heavy. It has an SPF of 40, and I just sort of, put this on over my moisturizer. Obviously, the reason using sunscreen is going to make us look younger is because the more sunspots, the more wrinkles you have, it definitely ages you. And I'm from the generation that used to lay out on the rooftop with Crisco oil on. So I definitely have my fair share of age spots and wrinkles. So I definitely don't want any more. So I recommend always using sunscreen every single day under your makeup. All right, beauty secret number 3 is I always do my eye makeup first. And the reason I do this is because every time I put eyeshadow on, it always falls underneath right here. And even if I wipe it off, it always leaves a little bit of a residue, and then I go to put on my concealer, or if I already have on my concealer and my foundation, it's going to just leave this really bad sort of dark circle under your eye, which definitely also ages you. So again, beauty secret number 3, do your eye makeup first before your foundation and your concealer. I like to use this highlighter concealer by Chanel, and I put it on, I have a little scar up here on my forehead from a car accident when I was like 20, and it's literally still there. I guess it's never going away. And I put it here because I have little red marks, and then I put it on my eyelids because also works as a eyeshadow primer. I'm obviously going to be linking this below as well. Every product that I'm using, I will be linking for you guys. This is called a beauty blender, so I just sort of blend in the concealer where I've put it on my face. And I actually just started using beauty blenders probably a year ago, and they're literally life-changing. They make your makeup flawless. There's no lines, there's no oil from your fingers getting on your face. Like, these things are amazing, so I highly recommend these. Okay, so now I've got my concealer on my eyes, so I'm now ready to do my eyeshadow. And this is a daytime look, so this look should only take you maybe 10 to 12 minutes. So this is how I do my makeup during the day. It's very simple, but it's also very, very pretty, I think. Okay, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury palette I just got. Y'all, I'm so in love with this. It comes with 12 gorgeous colors. I'm gonna be using the first 3 in this row, and they're meant to be used, this row together, this row together, this row, and this row, but you can certainly mix them, so don't feel like you have to do that. But I am gonna stick with these first 3. I might throw in this one a little bit in the corners. But Charlotte Tilbury makes beautiful eyeshadow palettes. They all always stay on very well. I wear them all day long, and they never leave that crease in your eye that a lot of eyeshadows do. So I highly recommend Charlotte Tilbury's products. So I always like to start with the light color first, And I always use a different brush for my light colors than I do my dark colors, because even if, you know, when you dip your brush in the dark colors and then you try to go back to the light, it's just never a good idea. It just doesn't go on as light as it should. So I'm going to dip it in the lightest color up here, and you always want to put the light color right underneath your brow. And I always take it on the inner crease as well, and you can kind of take the rest of it all over, kind of using it as a shadow base. And my iPhone is a little bit different than my mirror that I'm used to using when I do my makeup, so forgive me if it's not like perfect, but I always like to do my eyeshadow in using a, you know, back and forth kind of motion with the brush, like a windshield wiper. It's just gonna make it go on really smooth. It's gonna blend it really well too. So now that I've got the lightest color sort of all over my lid, then I'm gonna take a different brush and I'm gonna dip it into this medium pink shade. And I'm just gonna kind of go all over the lid, you know, again, back and forth in that windshield wiper motion. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Just kind of going back and forth. And y'all, this is a really good, you know, just like a neutral color. It's great for spring. These are like mauve pink colors. And they're just really beautiful on almost any skin tone. And you can really do them as dark or light as you'd like. Obviously, the darker you want your eyeshadow, you want to build it and keep adding and adding and adding. So now that I've got that finished, I'm going to take this darker shade right here, the third shade on the bottom, and I'm just going to kind of put it a little bit in the corners and then bring it over. And again, doing that windshield wiper back and forth motion. That's just going to add a little bit of darkness, a little bit of depth to my eye. It will also help your eyes look deep set, which is what we all want. And that's that. And I think the main thing to remember when you're doing eyeshadow is you can never blend it too much. You know, that's the main thing you want to keep in mind is, you know, don't be afraid to wear beautiful eyeshadow colors. Just make sure that they're always blended very well. So now the next thing I'm going to do is curl my eyelashes. So I think this makes the biggest difference. If you don't curl your eyelashes already, I highly recommend it. It's going to just open up your eye because it's going to make your eyelashes obviously curl and go up. And that's always a good thing. So again, this is a daytime look, so I'm not gonna put liner underneath or on top of my eye, which I typically do when I'm going out at night. But I do, even during the day, like to line my under eye underneath my lashes with black liner, because this is just going to really make your eyes show up more. And you can do this on the bottom too, but I only do that on the bottom when I have eyeliner on the bottom as well. And again, that's more of a nighttime thing. So this is more of a daytime look. So now mascara time. I always use primer. This is the Chanel mascara primer. It's amazing. If you don't use mascara primer, I highly recommend it. It makes your mascara go on better. It makes your mascara last longer. It makes your lashes look phenomenal. Like I'll do just for fun, I did one eye with no primer and then I did the other eye with primer, and you could totally tell the biggest difference. It's also gonna make your mascara last longer, which is always a plus. And feel free, if you have any questions along the way, to just in my comments below, you know, ask me anything. I'm always here to help you guys. Okay. So this is mascara I have discovered recently through my fellow influencer and one of my very best friends, Kathy Williamson of the Middle Page blog. Check her blog out, it's amazing. But this is mascara by Chantecaille, and it's actually got growth serum in it. So you're actually getting two products in one. This mascara is amazing. It goes on as good as some of my other favorite mascaras. I've used a ton in my day. I love mascara. It's like my favorite product. Anyone else feel the same way? I think it makes the biggest difference. But this, you know, because it has growth serum in it, obviously it's going to make your eyelashes grow. But again, it goes on really well. And I always put 2 coats of this mascara on. And then I put 1 coat of another mascara. I like to mix my mascaras because I feel like it really makes your eyelashes just look phenomenal. And I actually was watching I was at a luncheon the other day with Smashbox, and they were doing a makeup video or makeup tutorial right in front of us. And the lady said the same thing. She said, am I the only one that mixes mascaras? And I was like, no, I thought I was the only one that did that. But it really just makes a difference. It makes your eyelashes look so much longer and better when you mix formulas. Don't ask me why. But the next formula I'm going to show you guys is going to be, it's a lot cheaper than this one. I think this tube is $72, but again, you're getting 2 products in one. And then I always definitely put mascara on the bottom. I know some people do not, but I like to because I feel like it just opens up your eye more. But I do actually let that sit for a little bit before I put on the 3rd coat of the different brand of mascara. Okay, beauty secret number 4 that's gonna help you look younger is always use a primer underneath your foundation. This is by Smashbox. And what primer does is well, first of all, it minimizes your pores. Okay, who doesn't want that? And secondly, it's going to diminish your fine lines, and it's just gonna make your foundation go on smoother. It's going to make your foundation last longer. So some mornings I'll forget to put on my primer, and then by 4 p.m. I can tell that I forgot because my foundation's coming off. Okay, that was beauty tip number 4. Beauty tip number 5 is pick your foundation wisely. I say this because nothing ages us more when we look like we have too much makeup on, when we look like it's too cakey. So I have used tons of different foundations, and this is my absolute favorite. It is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet formula. And it's amazing because it does have a good amount of coverage, but it doesn't look like you've got a lot of foundation on, which is exactly what you want. So I always put it on the back of my hand, and then I take a foundation brush and I'm just gonna dip it in, and I always start on my forehead because again, I have that scar up there, so I wanna use a little bit more foundation to cover this scar than I do anywhere else. And then I'm just going to sort of, you know, pat it on like this, all over the face. You know, you can always put more where you have maybe some sunspots or some dark spots. And looks like I need a little bit more. And then I'm gonna just, you know, pat it down. This brush is a great brush. I always like to open my jaw because you don't ever want that line. So yes, I look so much better, oh my gosh. Add a little bit more up at the top to cover up that scar. And I always like to have one of these Neutrogena makeup wipes with me when I'm doing my makeup because I always get it on my hands and I always like to wipe it off, or if I mess up or something, I can just wipe it off with this. These are phenomenal. I use them every night when I take off my makeup as well. Now, let's see. Beauty tip number 6 that will definitely make you look younger is just pick your powder wisely and only use it where you need it, because again, nothing ages us more than looking like we have too much makeup on. It's too cakey. It doesn't look amazing. If you just use the powder where you need it, you're not going to get that cakey look. So for me, I'm oily in the T-zone. So I'm just going to brush a little bit, you know, on in my T-zone, and that's basically it. And then throughout the day, if I get oily, which I do sometimes, instead of touching up with powder, I like to touch up with the blot pads, which I think MAC makes an amazing blot pad. They're little blot papers, actually. They're very cheap, and I'll link those below for you guys as well. Okay, now I'm gonna add my concealer, and this is by Clé de Peau. And this is again why I said to, you know, do your eye makeup before you do your concealer and your foundation, because now none of my eye makeup is gonna get down below where I put my concealer, which is under the eye, obviously. And I kind of bring it down in a triangle shape under the eye. Using concealer under your eye is just gonna brighten your eye. It's gonna make your eyes look bigger. It's gonna make you look fresher and more awake. So I definitely recommend using concealer. And then I always like to take my loose powder brush. I'm not gonna dip it in again, but I always go over the concealer I just put on with the loose powder because it really sets the concealer. Okay, now beauty tip number 7 is going to be fill in your eyebrows. Y'all, as we age, our eyebrows thin. And so filling them in is definitely necessary, but you don't want to go too dark and you don't want to go too thick. For me, I have really blonde hair, thanks to my hairdresser, James. So I like to use Tom Ford. The color is taupe. The reason I love this eyebrow pencil is because it's the perfect color. It also comes with a refill. So this eyebrow pencil will last at least a year. And it also comes with a sharpener. So you can actually unscrew the bottom and sharpen it. So I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows. And if you don't really have a shape to your eyebrow that you love, you can always go to Benefit. And there's one in Snyder Plaza in Dallas. And I mean, really, you know, or any makeup counter in the department store if you don't live in Dallas, and they can help you shape your eyebrow. I've had mine microbladed. It's actually wearing off a little bit. But that's kind of how I just kind of stick to the same shape that she did. But you definitely want that arc right about there, and then you would just want to bring it down. So that just makes a really big difference. It's going to frame your face. It's going to frame your eye. And I highly, highly, highly recommend doing that. Okay, now the next thing I want to talk about is contouring. This is beauty secret number 8. And contouring your face will definitely make you look younger because it's gonna lift you up if you do it the right way. So I'm gonna show you guys right now. So I love this palette from Charlotte Tilbury. It comes with a bronzer as well as a highlighter. And those are the only 2 things you need to contour. So I always just dip my brush into the bronzer, and you always wanna bronze underneath your cheekbone and kind of bring it up. And then up to your forehead and down to your jawline, almost like the number 3. So just remember that, the number 3. And that's going to really give you that chiseled look that everyone wants. It's also gonna lift your cheeks up. It's gonna lift your cheekbones. It's going to, well, give the illusion of lifting your cheekbones. Again, I'm just gonna do the 3 on the other side. And that's that. And I also think that when you look tanner, you also look younger. So this is gonna do that. If you kind of want to narrow the bridge of your nose, you can put bronzer on either side of it, just a little bit, and that's gonna narrow the bridge of your nose. I actually just learned this little secret and I thought it was kind of cool. Then you take the highlighter, and what I like to do, I either use my finger or I use the light colored eyebrow brush. Eyeshadow brush, and I just dip it in, and the highlighter goes on top of your cheekbone, and then I just sort of blend it in with my finger. That's really where I like to put highlighter. Some people put it up here. You know, you can put it down the bridge of your nose. That's gonna really thin out the bridge of your nose as well. You can put it at the tip of your Cupid's bow, like that. But this is amazing, I love this. I will link it for you guys below as well. Now I'm gonna add some blush, and I like to use this by Gade. It's called the Everglow. It actually comes with 4 colors, a couple highlighters and a couple blushes. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this. I like to use this bottom one here for a blush. It's sort of a really pretty rosy pink, and I'm just gonna put it in the apples of my cheeks and sort of blend it up. And again, if you ever get if you feel like you have too much on, you can just sort of blend it out with your hand. Okay, almost finished, ladies. Okay, beauty tip number 9 is going to be use a berry colored lipstick. And the reason this is gonna make you look younger is because it's gonna make your teeth look whiter. And the whiter our teeth are, the younger we look, because one thing I know about, people that have been aging and your teeth just get that kind of yellowy tinge to it. But if you wear a berry colored lip, it's gonna make your teeth look whiter. I like to start with Charlotte Tilbury lip liner. This is called Lip Cheat in Super Size Me, and I will definitely link this below. But I just like to, obviously line the outside of my lips. And if you don't use lip liner, I highly recommend it. The reason is it is going to make your lips look fuller. It's gonna help your lipstick stay on longer. So it's definitely worth the extra few minutes it takes to put it on. And I like to kind of fill it in so that you don't get that harsh line on the outside of your lips, because no one wants that. So just sort of fill it in. Also, make sure you use a medium color. Again, I will link this exact color below, because if you use something too dark, it's gonna leave that ring around your lip, and you definitely don't want that. Okay, my absolute favorite all-time berry color lip, this is a medium shade, is by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's called Secret Selma. This is good for day, it's good for night. It's just like a beautiful medium plummy color that I love. It looks good on all skin tones. I've sold tons of it on my blog. It's phenomenal. Now, to get your lipstick to stay on, the lip liner is definitely gonna help, but I've just discovered lip stains, and I love this lip stain by Chantecaille. This color is called Helena, and I will definitely link it in my description box below. But I put this over. The reason I don't put this on first is because it's a little drying, and if you put it on first, it really kind of dries your lips out. But if you put it on over the lipstick, it's gonna really help your lipstick literally stay on all day. And so I just put this on over. And again, this is a good medium, beautiful pink color. I get asked all the time, how does your lipstick stay on so well? Like, what do you do? So this is what I do, these 4 steps. I know it's not quick, it's not easy, but it definitely makes your lipstick last. And the last step is adding a touch of gloss. I just think lips that are glossy look fuller, they look prettier. And I like to just add it to the middle of my lips. Okay, now I actually forgot that I didn't add my 3rd coat of the mascara. This is by Benefit. It's called Bad Gal Bang, and it's like super cheap. It's like $24 for a full size tube, only $12 I think for this travel tube. I'll link it for you guys below. But when you add this 3rd coat of mascara, it just makes a big difference. Again, if you don't have time to do this, don't worry about it, but I always just like to show you guys what works for me and what I love to do. So that is the makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that you'll take these 9 beauty secrets and use them to your advantage. Please let me know in the description box or the comments below. If you have any questions, I'm always here to help you ladies. That is why I started my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today, ladies, and for watching my video. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. I hope that you'll let your friends know about my channel. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm always happy to help you. That's why I started my channel. You guys have a wonderful day, and until next time, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.